Let's try again. Well, Saturday, the virus is wreaking havoc, but not that you could tell in Memphis. In Memphis right now, like I went up to the gas station. I saw gas was $1.68 at one of the gas stations over here, and people are out. Of course, it's a busy. It's really a highway too, but people are out and they're locals. Most of them are locals. Looks like. And like a neighborhood bar was open, club or whatever. They had all the lights on. There was a few people in the parking lot standing around. Um, not as crowded as I've seen it before, but I hadn't seen it open in a while. But I don't know if I had been paying attention. But anyway, but people are still going out. They are still mingling, and and sometimes what I think is like might be going on in a lot of ways is that first of all, things are out of their control. It's not anything that the virus is not something that you can control, and you're getting mixed messages from the president, and he's being very defensive and very combative and argumentative, um, to where I guess he thinks that everything that bad happens is because people don't like him. He doesn't have a sense of humor. Yes, they made tons and tons of jokes about him, and I think because his narcissistic negative, lashing out, just made it um, humorous, maybe not to Americans, but to the rest of the world. So, and then his inability to well, he's around people like Mitch, like Jordan, like Gates, and a bunch of other Republicans that are not respecting the the citizens of Americans. They're more greedy, seems like. Maybe they're getting paid by some lobby, especially an insurance company. Because at a time like this, you see, we need insurance for everybody in America. And maybe that's why some people are walking around. They know they won't be able to pay hospital bills. They know, like in a lot of situations over here, because the way it sounds like this, the money that they're gonna send to help people during this time is not gonna. It's really gonna make people feel bad. Like say, like you're on disability, or say that they're gonna go by your tax forms that you did last year, right? And if like you're like if your disability, you get $600. If you make over like over a certain amount, you'll get 1,000, or you'll get 1,200. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be punishing the poor, and the reality is we have to pay rent, you know what I'm saying? Because like Trump should understand that, even if there's other little cronies behind him, and Trump Jr. should understand that they're going to charge the same. They're going to charge the same amount. You know what I'm saying? If it be HUDs that reimburse for some of the payment, you know what I'm saying? Most rent, let's just say it averages $600 a month. All right, let's say you could find a place for 400 disability. You still have a light bill. Your light bill. So like, say your rent $600. Just say average. Your electric bill's like $200 average. Everything's electric, air conditioning, heat. Stove, microwave. Unless you have gas, then you have to pay electric and gas. So it still adds up to about that. Yeah, so you have to have internet, cell phone. So anyway, and then with the money coming in the middle of April, everybody's bills comes due on the 1st. You might have a grace period for 5 days, but everybody bills, pretty much everybody, the electric company, you're paying your rent, your mortgage, and then you have your other necessities that you'll have to have cleaning, even if it's just for your hair. I recommend wash your hair more during the coronavirus because, it's close to be close to your nose and your mouth. So, you could get in your nose. Well, that was sort of probably dumb, but I washed my hair yesterday. I had it covered up when I went out, mostly. I had it all the way like this. Like, oh no, my hair is natural and afro. I'm ashamed, so it's cool. But, yeah, it's a little too hot. But, so, yeah, anyway, I digress. So, what I'm trying to say is that the money, it seems to be, it's not going to benefit. I mean, it's not going to help the economy. It's not. It's not like oh wow, you give somebody that's on disability $600 and they're gonna go, like they might go buy shoes, some underwear, some bras, deodorant, stuff like that. Yeah, that'll sort of move the economy, but I mean. It's you might be able to pay your rent with that, but you still probably need to have like shoes, socks. All these things cost money because we are in a capitalist society, and things are run by money. So if you give the ones with the least amount of money less money, it's not going to benefit. I think they have the attitude like, oh, they're poor, so they all drink and do drugs. When I'm of the mind, like, wow, the rich people could afford to do the drugs, and, and have the fancy alcohol, And yes, I am drinking wine. And I wouldn't call it fancy or expensive. But, adequate. Not adequate enough to kill the coronavirus, but anyway, enough to relax. After, the day's almost through. It's I don't know what time it is. It's 9:05 p.m. So it's the evening, and so I don't see how the money's going to benefit the citizens, or what I'm saying, and our dollars is really what you need to. Well, they need to get the gears going, because we have to think of some more creative way to keep our economy rolling than what we have going on now. Maybe more healthier ways. Maybe this is a good time to invest in, like if you lose your business, why not invest in solar? For hopefully everything will keep running. The electric, the water, I guess transportation. We have to keep things going. We want UPS to keep going. We want FedEx to keep moving. We want the United Post Office to keep moving. We want the government to keep working. There's certain things that we want. I mean, and like I would tell people, don't be making no frivolous calls to the police, because the police could. Here in Memphis, we had a policeman that with the coronavirus. So the really like the less contact with people, which I find like I always thought I didn't really have no contact with people until until you're doing it, then you're more conscious of it, because like yesterday I had to have this big giant cast iron bathtub taken away and some other stuff or whatever it's made out of. They're happy. I'm happy because where it was sitting I could get fined. Anyway, So blah, blah. and and so like it's like I ended up with more people than I thought coming around. I was like, oh wow. It's like because it's ended up like there was like two people, like 'cause we had to move the couch, and then the wife and two of the kids, you know finally the wife and the kids left after I yelled at one of the kids because he's just gonna go through the garden and start picking up some metal stuff. I'm like, I just jumped up. And parents here, they don't really move fast. They're like this type that sit around, tell their kids, go give me this and go give me that. So, like, you should have seen his eyes. And plus, they're used to getting hit. And I blocked the father from hitting. I'm like, that's not what I mean. Like, now, because they got ants all over them, fire ants all over them. First of all, never mind. But you realize that while you are around people and children, even though like supposedly they don't get the virus like adults and they recover quicker. I think they're newer to the world, so you know their immune system is new to the world, so it's like, oh, okay, this is what I'm here for. So it's more active, more alert, and but they always have runny noses, and so you know I don't see no reason why no kids should be around here. I'm just saying, especially if you're supposed to be doing work. But they didn't take it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And which was cool. Because they just lived right down the block. So she just walked down the block. And then they finished, because I had to get some other metal and stuff because of the house that was tore down. So anyway, it's like stuff had to go. So I guess earlier and also I stopped by somebody house just for a minute. I was just gonna see one person sit on the porch, end up like 3 or 4 people. I was like, let me go. Like, because like now I'm counting how many people are around. I'm like, it's a lot of people. Never knew. But most days I am not around them. I guess just you know just this capitalist side, you gotta get things done. You gotta get out there and do what you gotta do. I want to say hustle, but I wasn't doing that much. I wasn't doing much about anything, but you got to handle business. You got to have contact with people. If it's like going to the grocery store or just whatever, there's still things you're going to need while you're in lockdown, I guess, or quarantine, or just socially distancing yourself from others. And like I just mentioned, like socks, just silly things that, like everyday things that you still need, aluminum foil, saran wrap, these things we run out of. So, but right now, I'm not being affected yet, except for some things I did order from. Actually, I'm being affected. I ordered one of the thermometers, and I ordered it like in February, that on the forehead. It never did come, so I called the people that I was ordering it from, and they're like, we're out. So they reimbursed me. Oh, Walmart's, and they reimbursed me. Well, I actually was ordering it through another thing that was ordering it through that got the thermometer from Walmart's. So I called the person. Anyway, long story short, it comes in a package saying Walmart's, but I'm doing it through a third party. And I know on the phone we're really old fashioned too, but anyway, so I won't get into details what that's about. But I can't get the thermometers, and I didn't get my vitamin C. But it's funny because I have my oranges. Like, well, I got other fruit, and I ate up all my strawberries, and what other else fruit I had? Like bananas. Like I ate those for. So I have the oranges left, and so and I have lemons too. And I'm almost out of lemons. Haven't even touched the oranges, so I'm gonna touch them tonight, I guess, or in the morning. Or even better yet, I'll make lemon chicken or orange chicken. Just squeeze some orange in it, let it marinate. Then when I bake it in the oven, put some fresh orange and orange zest, and a little rosemary. That's the way I like it. It's not like powerful, but sometimes I like to do I actually have 3 lemons left. I could do lemon pepper with real lemon, actually. But anyway, I digress. So you still have to, what I want to say is that I see people still moving around. And what I'm trying to get to, I think there's a certain mentality, one where we have a president that he just thinks that, he's one of the, like, you know what I'm saying? He's not like, oh, everybody hates me. I guess I'll eat some worm, and but busy making people dislike him by his actions, and the Republicans are busy sort of just all seem so greedy and narcissistic and so hateful to the poor. They're unclean, they're unwashed, they're this, they're that, but. I can see in a lot of places, like in the White House, if the people that are, that they really disdain and really think is all that is probably, they're depending on it a lot, So, like the people underneath them, because I don't really see. I don't see that Trump or his family members have a clue on how to work. I think they're just, everybody's against them. Like, well, if you don't like our ideas, or if something doesn't work out, we're gonna need a goat, somebody to blame. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like, oh wait, that didn't work. Let's sit down and let's think, brainstorm this, and let's get this together. But instead it's like, well, it's so like now Trump's like, oh, it's the China virus. I do have like a mad conspiracy, because I had this dream, and it's really ridiculous, but I'll share it. I had a problem with my toilet, and the guy that does my maintenance, which I'm going to get a new maintenance guy, I think one of the neighbors, I don't know which one yet, but anyway, he lives in Mississippi, 2 hours away, and he doesn't come that. Anyway, there's other issues. He didn't come that often, so it was like 2 months. But my toilet originally got clogged up because of my hair. I hadn't combed my hair like in 3 months, and I put my hair in the toilet, and that's what clogged it up. It wasn't clogged up from poo-poo. But I did, those little bags you get when you go to the bodegas, or you know what I'm saying, little plastic baggies. Well, like I'd put trash in there on the bottom of the toilet paper on the bottom, and poop, and I did that like until he came and fixed my toilet, right? And but like halfway, it had some other problems. It had to, because it was loose off the ground bolt. So I sort of halfway had it working myself there, but it was just the whole thing, the problem. Some other problems with it, but it kept clogging up. It really didn't work after with the hair. So I recommend combing your hair, because I was washing it, and I was washing it like probably too much regularly. And then finally I'm like, oh, okay, just let me get in the bathtub with the water, and then run some water too, because maybe I got almost getting mad at really. But anyway, so let's say for 2 months I did that, and or he came down here 2.5 months. So, but it's so funny because like he comes in there and he's like, yeah, I sort of smell food. Because like I guess he thought it was gonna smell like poop, even though like I told him it was the hair, but like I didn't use the toilet, after that, because like that would be stupid. Like I'm the one that has to clean up around here, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna mess up, like I'm not gonna mess up and then I have to clean it up. So I don't do that. So anyway, I was throwing them in the trash can. So I had a dream that the Chinese used it, like was bought trash and burned it, and got, and got the virus from it. I had toxic shit. But anyway, the dream, it was just the bags floating to their like coal plant and inside the furnace. Poof, little shit. Emojis coming out the smokestack. I woke up. I was like, "Oh my god, is that a nightmare or a joke?" Cause I wasn't scared at all. But anyway, but it was like it was just recently. I probably had a little bit too much vina, or how you say it? I don't even know how to. Wine. And I totally just forgot that word. Um, um, but it's sort of funny dream, which total disclaimer didn't happen. All right, let me get off. It's been 21 minutes. So, but I don't have. One person actually looks at my videos. Appreciate, but after I couldn't get back on there for a while with the YouTube. I don't know, so probably because I had changed computers. So I'll do it on the computer opposed to the phone. But anyways, 22 minutes. But let me just sort of close this up a little bit. I think that a lot of people are just gonna go ahead and just still try to live their best life during any type of crisis. And one of the reasons why is because they're one, they're young. Two, you can't really trust what's coming out of the White House. I mean, and and I think another reason is they want to live their best life, but I think that during crisis, you want to do something joyful, I guess. Does that make sense? Or what I'm saying, you still want to live. So, yeah. But I think that hopefully they will not be running out and, infecting other people. But in some ways, I think that, it just seems so horrible now that we have this Trump in the office, and he's undoing it and unraveling all our safeguards, either from the stock market, from the banking, from their health ministry. He just unraveled everything, and so there's nothing to look forward to. So you might as well live for the moment. But I say be smart. Social distance, and